So good evening. My name is Joe Farwell. I am honored to serve the entire parish and everybody here tonight as a member of its Parish Financial Council. I stand here before you tonight with some excitement. I'm excited because when Father Arthur came to lead our parish as its pastor a couple years ago, he came to our commission, our council, and he gave us one charge. He said to create the most detailed, transparent reporting possible and to present that to the parish for everyone to see. And tonight, after 18 months, nearly 2 years of putting this together, we've done just that. This week's bulletin is entirely dedicated to the Stewardship Report of the year ending June 30th, 2022. It's not just a financial report, it is an entire stewardship report of our parish. This is an exhaustive report put together by a team of volunteers and professionals to bring to you an exhaustive report stating of the state of our parish, its finances, its schools, its religious education programs, its ministries, its clubs, and its educational programs. I'm here to provide you tonight with an overview of the financial part of that report and to highlight how closely the financial part of our parish is tied to everything else in those 12 pages. First of all, unlike any parish around us, to the north, to the south, to the east, and to the west, I'm proud, we should all be proud, to understand that we have zero debt. We have no loans outstanding. We have no interest to pay. We support ourselves totally each year. That is an incredible statement for which we should all be proud of, and we are strong, at least financially. That alone, again, is an incredible accomplishment. That stated, last year you'll see that we brought in a 4% increase in our Sunday and Holy Day offertories. However, that still did not return to pre-COVID levels. So we're not at that same pre-COVID level that we were before. This is important. The reason this is concerning is because our expenses, while up only 2%, are beginning to return to pre-COVID levels. As a result, in 2022, ending in June 30th, 2022, our parish ran a deficit of $61,829. Now, I know that doesn't sound like a whole lot. However, if our expenses continue to grow to pre-COVID levels, which they are, we anticipate, as your parish financial council, to have a significantly greater debt at the end of 2023. While I know that sounds like bad news, I view it as an opportunity for change. How can we change not only the amount I give and you give, but change in more challenging ways, socially and spiritually? Stay with me on this one. There are 2,700 registered families in our parish, of which 907 are active contributing parish members or families. If each active family gave an extra $8 a week, our gap would more than be covered. One easy way to consider bridging that gap is by e-giving. It is so easy to forget those envelopes on a weekly basis, or not give or contribute while we're on vacation. But e-giving takes care of all of that. We don't have to worry about that. If you're already an e-giver, thank you. But take a look at it. When was the last time? Do some reflection. When was the last time you opened up that e-giving website and updated your e-giving weekly contributions? Please take a look at page 9 of the bulletin. If you have it now, that's great. If not, when you leave, think of page 9. If you could use the QR code right here with your phones and just take a snap of it and tap on the screen and that should take you to the eCentral Giving log site. And there you can either enroll or you can go to your e-giving donations account and review and hopefully increase whatever you feel you are able to contribute. Now, for those of us who were born from 1964 before, that means you take your camera function and you just point it at those funny little dots, and then this little thing starts floating, and you gotta hit it. And then if you hit it right, and it takes me like 5 or 6 times until my granddaughter shows me, then that'll take you to the e-giving website. And it's actually easier from that point forward. Another really easy way to give financially that doesn't even hit your pocketbook that much is using e-gift cards. That's right. Go to raiseright.com to enroll. That's raiseright.com. When you go to purchase e-giving gift cards, right through your phone, again, 14% of the purchases are donated to support our parish school expenses, which in turn helps our whole parish expenses. And you don't need a kid in school or in the religious education program to take part of this e-gift card program, which is great because kids are a lot more expensive than just going to these e-giving gift cards. Seriously, you should take a look at it. It's so easy to do. A year ago, I didn't know how to do it. Katie Utek taught me, and now I'm doing it all the time. And I know when I do it, 14% of whatever dollar I put forward goes right to school expenses. So please consider that. These few steps, increasing your weekly e-giving or giving, and signing up for Give Central and e-gift cards, these few steps alone will make a significant difference to help bridge that gap this year. But what if we thought bigger? Not just monetarily, but socially and spiritually. The monetary issue is a secondary issue to the root cause. The root cause is lack of faithful, or lack of cheeks and seats here. That's an all of faithdom issue. All of faithdom is facing the same problems. It's not just budgetary, it's people. Church attendance is down globally. Parochial school population is decreasing. Religious education is down. Enrichment classes are a fraction of the sizes that they once were. There aren't enough functions anymore because there aren't enough volunteers to run those functions. We have fewer ushers, fewer readers, fewer cantors. We have the funds to pay today to begin to display our songs and readings on the sides of our altar to encourage participation. But we won't spend that money because we don't have the volunteers to run the technology. Now, I do know, especially looking out here and seeing faces that I've seen for 30 years, that I really am preaching to the choir and to the choir. But when was the last time, just kind of think about it, when was the last time you went to a parish event or a school event? When was the last time you volunteered for a parish event or a school event? We haven't talked about stewardship of time or talent in quite a while. As we begin to prepare to celebrate our 70th Jubilee, now would be the perfect time to begin to talk about this. Do you have a special talent? And I'm not just talking about bago or beer pong, although those are really good talents to have, but any talent. We continue to look for ministries of hospitality, ushers, technical people, readers, religious education instructors, and you don't have to be a teacher or a priest to do that, singers or musicians. There are other ministries focusing on such talents like the Shawl Ministry, which are all delineated again in this incredible report. And I'm just scratching the surface. The stewardship report talks about some of these clubs, and they can be found also on our website. That's olwparish.org. If you have a talent, share it with us. We want to see you. We want to celebrate those talents with you. Or consider investing some of your volunteer hours this year, right here at Wayside. And this is actually a great time to do it because our Celebrate 70 Jubilee Committee is planning 7 main events this year. The first one is a Mass with Cardinal Supich. The second is a parish family picnic in this June, hopefully. There'll be a picnic, bands, carnival games, possibly a ride or two, all celebrating the end of school and the beginning of summer. There's an Oktoberfest in September, which my Irish mind can't figure that out, but we've got an Oktoberfest in September, which will be an all-out Papa Fest. Beer, brats, bands, lederhosen, 3 or 4 of which you'll enjoy, a car show, a 5K walk and run. It's going to be a beer tent. It's going to be an all-weekend event. OLW Parish floats in all the Arlington Heights parades this year. A Pastors Masters golf outing, which all are welcome. This will be this summer. Everybody's welcome, beginners and duffers alike. An all-parish mission with 70 hours of adoration. That will be this March. And then a spread posted Mass. Here's where you should consider your stewardship of time. If you want to get involved in any of these, or anything else for this matter that I've been talking about the last couple of minutes, large or small, really get into it, or just an hour or two, please, please, please email celebrate70@olwparish.org. That's celebrate70@olwparish.org. Part of our Christian practice is evangelization. Now, I know it's next to impossible to invite one of your neighbors or a buddy to church. I'm not talking about that. But you can invite that same buddy or that same neighbor to bend an elbow at any one of these parish functions. And that would be an act of evangelization, for our parish and for our faithdom. So as a quick reminder, just a quick review, QR codes, review your e-giving, raise right e-gift cards, and celebrate 70 at olparish.org. Now, please know there isn't a single thing I've said here tonight and that I've suggested that I haven't either already done personally or will continue to do or begin to do this weekend. And we've covered a lot in the last few minutes. Unfortunately for you guys, I've done all the talking. So I'd like to change things up a little bit before we go. So if everybody could just stand. Now, stay with me on this. I want you to take a look at the person to the left of you and to the right of you, to the people in front of you and to the people behind you. To the people across the aisles of each other, take the time and introduce yourself to each other. Do your fist bump, whatever you do, if you shake hands pre-COVID style. Please, right now, just go ahead. Share your names, introduce yourselves. Introduce the people you're with. This is great to see from up here. Hey, Father. Okay. Great. Thank you very much. You've probably seen these faces for 20 years, 30 years coming in and out of the parish, and now you might have met a new neighbor, new friend. So now is the time. This is where it starts. This is our community. If we invest our time, our talents, and continue to invest a little bit of our treasure, if for anything, for the sake of the person you just met, what an incredible place this will be. Thanks so much for your time, and have a great Saturday.